what's up, guys? It's me again. And in this gameplay, I was trying a deck I never played before. So I was playing a Machina tempo deck with the Lightsworn package and a pot of Avarice and everything. So it was my very first match, and I just copied the list of a friend. And in the very first match, I play a mirror match. So yeah, so I think it was pretty interesting because I don't feature this deck much on my channel, and also it's mirror match, so it's always nice. So the opponent starts with the Raiko trap dash shoot, which is always which is an insane start, I say. So he goes for the dash shoot, and he's he spin the card trooper back to the deck, so it's going pretty bad to me. Also. At the beginning, sorry for the confusion, but I had a glitch on Drilling Book. I don't know if you had it before, but in my hand, it didn't show the proper cards, and what I saw in my hand was double Machina Fortress and double Machina Force. I never saw the Guard Trooper, and I never saw the Raiko, so that's why there was a bit of a confusion at the beginning. And also, it's not. I mean, it's rated, it's high rated, but it's not very high rated. So yeah, I try to be better ranked in January, but I don't have much time to play as of now. So yeah, just keeping to the better play. So yeah, here we go. So I attack the Raiko. Raiko clears the fortress. Fortress discard the warrior lady because I don't want him to banish my fortress. And also I saw the hand. So I know he has double fortress and Caius, and also I know compulsory doesn't do much against me. So the only thing I need to be worried about is the Caius. Anything else is fine. And also he should not to use the fortress because it would get cleared by the Raiko. So even though I got hit by both Raiko and Trap the Shoot turn 1, I'm still in a good spot. I mean, I'm behind in terms of resources, but I'm the one playing pressure, and also since I know the hand like he knows mine, I can play around the cards, and his hand is a bit slower than mine. So yeah, I just go for the fortress, and I know there's no girl, so I just start to beat him up. So yeah, I can attack first with this Machina Fortress, and yeah, I can just pass my turn. So then top deck the card trooper, which is fine. And also that's what I said. I'm a bit behind in terms of resources because the card trooper will make 3. He clears the Raiko. Raiko will clear card trooper, but then he gets a draw. So next turn he has 6 in hand. The only good thing is that he milled the pot of Avarice, so I mean, you really need to draw this card and not mill it, and I think that's why this will help me during the match, so it's quite a grindy one. So Raiko cleared the guard trooper, but he get a draw, and I mill one of my pot of Avarice too, so, oh no, it was already in the grave, no, yeah, I just mill one, so okay, and yeah, so it top decks something, but he still choose not to do anything. So he just set the compulsory, which is fine, because I mean, compulsory on Machina Fortress is not very good, so I'm not very worried about that. So now I keep on top decking spell and traps, but all I want is monster to absorb pressure. But anyway, so I try to attack with Machina Fortress. I think he used the compulsory, which is fine. I mean, I guess you want to save life points, which is fair enough. But at the same time, compulsory on the Machina Fortress is such a bad move. So I just pass my turn because I know it doesn't have much. But now he's gonna set no, it doesn't set the hamster. So he goes for the fortress, try to attack directly, and yeah, well, I go for my own compulsory. I mean, that's a mirror match, so we're both doing the same. But he has so much more cards in the grave, and he just don't find the pot of Avarice. So even though, I mean, I know the hand since the very beginning, and he still can do much. So yeah, spin it back in hand, then he set the hamster. So I think looking at the graves, so it's either a Raiko or a hamster. There's very few chances. It's a third warrior lady. But I'm fine if he killed the fortress, and I can get a look at the end again and get rid of the chaos of the brain control, so I don't get OTK'd. I mean, I don't lose the game on it's a top deck. So I get the pot of Avarice, but it's not live yet, insanely enough. So yeah, a little difference in between both decks is that he runs the upstart. So he flips the hamster, which is fine. Get the second Rico. Okay. Then he goes for the upstart, I guess. which is fine. Then he attack directly. He choose not to summon the Lila. And yeah, just passes turn. So finally I top deck something to make a Pot of Avarice live. So I goes for the charge of the Light Brigade. The mills are pretty bad. I get the Lila for when he will try to set more traps, because I can expect a second bottomless. There's more compulsory. There's some Book of Moon, I guess. So that was for further plays. So now I go for the Pot of Avarice and yeah, get back everything. So I'm not expecting a DG Pro in the main deck. And yeah, I drew more spell and traps when the only thing I really need is monsters. So yeah, I just go for Lila. And I clear the hamster. And yeah, I just don't set anything because I don't want my card to get cleared by the Raikou, and then I only mill the monster. So yeah, so I just pass my turn. And now he goes for the Raikou, choose to Raikou the Lila, which is fine. So he mill more monster. And he milled the second Avarice, which is pretty big because there's only one more left. And if he mills it, I think I'm a pretty good situation in this grindy game. So he attacks with Raikou. Doesn't do much, and yeah, so I finally find a piece to make the fortress work. So I think I go for it. I also have the Book of Moon to protect it in case of a bottomless, so I'm feeling pretty safe. So I just attack the Raikou. Oh, he sets more fortress. Maybe he should have set the Raikou, I don't know, but he maybe didn't want me to look at his hand, which is fine. So I just set the Torrential because I know he has Caius in hand and I want to play around this. So now it goes for the Caius, so I can just go Torrential to save my fortress. And now I know the Caius he had in hand is gone, so that's I'm pretty happy about that. And see the difference in the grave, like he has 24 cards and I have 14. So yeah, I think I'm using my resources to get more value, and that's going pretty well for me. So he still goes for the fortress from his grave, which is fine, and he attacks directly. And now I need to top deck something, so I top deck the hamster, which is pretty nice. So I just set it, and I think I had the Book of Moon on it and the bottomless. So I think he goes for the Lila, and I use the Prior, and on which card I think it hits the Book of Moon. So I use it because I don't want the Lila. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should have. I think in retrospective, I shouldn't have used the Book of Moon to let him mill more cards, and I hope he milled the Book of Moon because he's getting pretty close to get. I mean, if he mills 6 more cards, he's getting closer to deck out. So maybe I shouldn't have used the Book of Moon. So he kills the hamster. Hamster will special summon the Raikou, and yeah, the Raikou will be a way to clear the Machina Fortress. So now, yeah, I top deck the Silent Judgment. So I think I just set everything I have in hand, I guess, and that was my turn. So now he goes for the Lila. And yeah, that's why I shouldn't have a Book of Moon the Lila, because it would have been in defense. He wouldn't have been able to use the effect. He would have been 3 more cards. I think using Book of Moon was a misplay on my part. So he goes for the attack. Rico will clear the fortress. I sell my monsters, and yeah, let's see what I draw. So I draw a trap card again. So yeah, he has to remember to mill 3. So now I know he's gonna mill some more because he can't really use the Lila. I saw he's main decking Cyber Dragon. So I just said so he goes for the MST and the Trappist, and a bunch of nothing happens. So he summoned the fortress, which is fine. I take the hits. Set the Book of Moon, mill some more, and now I just have to make something happen. So I top deck the Pot of Avarice. I go for it, and I also have the Silent Judgment to negate anything. So I'm feeling pretty confident. I get the Raikou. I go for the Book of Moon. I steal the Lila. He used the Book of Moon on it, which is fine. So I can just set the Raikou. And yeah, I hope he doesn't kill me. He can't. Also, he doesn't want to flip the Lila, because if he do and it doesn't kill me, I win next turn. So he's in a checkmate situation. So he just attacked the Raikou. Raikou triggers. I clear the fortress. He clear my trag. I'll mill some more. Then he passes his turn. So yeah, I top deck the hamster, so I can just set it to steal some time. So he just doesn't do anything. I set the Mirror Force. I top deck another fortress, which doesn't do anything. So I just pass my turn. He top deck the last Raikou. And here we see he's only playing 2 pot of avarice. I think, yeah, I think that was a mistake. And yeah, so now he's just gonna deck out because Hamster is bigger than Lila. And so we're going to game number 2. So yeah, pretty grindy one, especially since he started with the trap the shoot. So now we're going to game number 2. Sorry guys, I had an issue with the second part of the gameplay, so I just stick the second part. So we're going back to game number 2, where it all started, and I try to go a bit faster because it's already a long video. So he just normal summon the Thunder King, but luckily I had the Raikou to clear it. But then he follows with the DD Royal Lady, which I think is a pretty one of the best cards in the mirror match. But I first need to clear the Raikou, so that's what I do. And then he attack directly with the lady. So then I use that Trag, and Trag will be very useful because it helped me steal the Royal Lady. So I just get the Lila for later, discard the gear frame, and steal the Royal Lady, and I just don't commit into anything. So I just put the Trag in defense because I'm playing around Mirror Force and Torrential. I attack with a Lady, it doesn't do anything, which is good. And the next turn, he chooses not to. Yeah, he just set the trap and don't commit. Yeah, he doesn't play into anything because he don't want me to banish his fortress with his own Royal Lady. So then I know I can attack with Royal Lady. So what I do is I put it in defense because I want to save it for the fortress, and put back the Trag in attack to deal more damage. That's what I do. So I know at this point it doesn't have the Mirror Force. So I know the card he set was a bottomless or a torrential tribute. So I don't want to lose anything. So I just pass my turn and let him react. So he top deck and out to it. So he goes Machina Gear Frame, Shen the torrential tribute, clear the board. But I mean, he uses his own torrential to clear Royal Lady and Gear Frame just to trade with the Trag. So it's such a bad trade for him. But also, I don't have any defensive options. As you can see, I didn't draw any traps out of the first 15 cards. I believe I played 8 in this list. So now it goes for finally go for the first fortress. And it chose not to use both. And I attack only with 1, so I get to 4k. So I'm getting pretty low, and also has the brain control. Even though I don't know it, I'm in a tight situation right now, so I have to keep that in mind. And also, I have the DD for his future pot of Avarice, but he has the DD for my own pot of Avarice. So I try to go for the Lila play and clear the set card. He used compulsory on Lila, which is fine. So now I really need to do something. So I special summon the Machina Fortress from the grave. Then I go for the pot of Avarice. Of course, he has the DD Crow. So yeah, attack and crash. So here, if he summoned 2 fortress in the past turn, he would have had game because I would be at 1,500 life point, and he could have just summoned back another fortress during this turn and kill me. But he would also lose both fortress to my 1 fortress, so I guess that's why he didn't want to play into that. I think it would also give him more option with the brain control in hand. He should have been more aggressive, I believe, but he chose not to. So now the board is wide open, but I still have 4k. So yeah, any good normal summon and he would have had game like a Thunder King or a Gear Frame or the Royal Lady, but he didn't. He top decked the Hamster, so I think I was pretty lucky on this one. So he goes for the Fortress again and gets me very, very low. So now I'm feeling pretty bad, and I'm already thinking about game number 3 because I don't really see how I can make it. But I top deck the Machina Force, and it will change everything. So I can just special summon the Fortress again by discarding the Machina Force. Then I can crash into his own Fortress and clear the Hamster with my Fortress. So now all he has is a brain control, which is dead because I won't I won't summon anything face up or leave anything face up on the field. And I think I just set the Lila because the life points are too low. And now it's still a tight spot for me, but at the same time, it doesn't apply any pressure. So you really need to top the good card. So he top decked the Girls, which is dead. So that's fine. So now what I can do is flip the Lila, and I'm expecting the Girl. So I attack with the Lila, get him pretty low. Of course, he used the Girls, which was expected. But then I can go for the Caius. Caius will banish the Girls, and also now he can't use the brain control. So the only thing he has in his the only thing he has going is the dead token. So the only card that could save him here is the Caius. If he top deck a Caius, if you play a Caius, he has game. But that's the only possibility, or a smashing alongside Edin or something like this. So I just pass my turn. He top deck the pot. No, he top deck the Solemn Judgment actually. So he set the Solemn Judgment, which is fine. So I just don't give a damn about the Solemn Judgment. So I try to go for game because again I'm very low on life points. And you see that's why I like this deck, because I go for the aggressive play with the Machina Fortress. I go for the Solemn Judgment, which is fine. So I can just set the Raiko in main phase 2, and I still have a safer play for next turn. So, and also if you just set a card, I can just flip Raiko and go for game, because we already saw the torrential tribute. So no, there's not a single card that can save him. So the best top deck possible for him is Pot of Avarice for a combination of 2 cards, but I had the Digicro in hand, and yeah, just send the Digicro, and that's game. So yeah, a pretty nice one. I hope you guys like it. I think I'll be uploading more gameplay of this deck, and I'll try to get back to the top 200. Yeah, so see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.